I'm going to do a video here on tinting the fog lights on this Subaru Outback with VVivid's Premium Plus Light Blue Air Release Tint. It's a dry application type of vinyl tint that is used for headlights, taillights, fog lights. You can use it on turn signals, translucent. You can use it. It's just like regular vinyl basically, but clear and tinted in this particular color. So I've gone ahead and prepped the surface of the fog light there. I did a clay bar or clay rag treatment to it. Then after that, to clean it down really good, get any particulates off of there. And then I also did an alcohol spray down and wipe down a couple times just to make sure it's nice and clean, so that the surface is prepped and free of debris and residue and oils and the like. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, I got my piece already cut here, slightly bigger. Got a couple tools here. Got my knife, my VVivid knife here. A couple different squeegees, gold and blue 3Ms. And I have this smaller squeegee that I got from Geek Wraps quite a while ago actually. So also I have my heat gun here as well. So first things first, go ahead and peel the vinyl from this, and you got to be careful with this vinyl because you don't want to put your fingers behind it, as your fingerprints will show up on it because it is clear. So basically this is a sort of easy one, fairly easy one. For the most part, the surface of this fog light is flat, so I'm able to lay this down pretty easily. I did get a little finger right there, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that back and smooth it out. So as you can see so far, really easy so far. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going over it to make sure I got the main areas nice and smooth. Blocking the light now a little bit, so go over it there. Go up the edges. And the great part about this is you don't have to go around too far over the edges. I'm just kind of going to bring it down along the edges there just a little bit. Pick this up so it'll feed around the edge a little bit there. Got a little bit around the edges on this side here. One thing I have noticed with VVivid's headlight tint is even if you don't stretch it, as you saw I used no heat. It is a little warm in here. It's about maybe 80 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that converts to in Celsius, but it's fairly warm. Anyway, so what I have noticed is that their headlight and taillight tint, even if you don't stretch it, does tend to have a little bit of shrink back over time. Not much, maybe a millimeter or two in areas that you haven't applied any stretch to it. So just something to keep in mind. You may cut right on the edge here, but I'm bringing it around just a little bit so I can get over the edge, so that if it does shrink back just a little bit, that it will still have full coverage. But with this being clear, it's so close, even if it did shrink back, unless it's a whole lot, you're not even going to notice it. So basically I've got that part done. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and actually heat it a little bit here, just to make sure there's no air bubbles in there. Then we get those edges around the edge of the around the edge of the fog light itself. And this will also help to hopefully pre-shrink the film a little bit, so that it's not quite as prone to shrink as much as it might typically do. So just heating it, keeping the heat moving. Don't want to burn the film. Let that cool just for a moment, and then kind of just, again, it's still really hot. Go over the edges there. All right, edge. Gotta get that tucked around the edge. Release this from the plastic. This actually is sticking to the. Like I said, the film is very sticky, and even though this is a soft textured plastic, it's sticking to it because of how sticky this particular film is. It's a very aggressive adhesive. Okay, just letting it cool down because I don't want to cut it yet because it's going to be kind of gummy. But the surface here should be cool enough now for me to make sure that it is completely smooth. There are no air bubbles in there. Feel like it? Okay. Alright, now next step, what I'm going to get ready to do is get ready to cut it. And just kind of get one of the edges here. And I'm going to use the side of the blade against the side of the fog light itself. Do the trim all the way around. Okay, I'm going to switch directions now. Try not to cut away from me. Try to get behind the cut. Something I learned from CK Raps, Christian and CK Raps. Get behind the cut away. Tend to not see what you're doing and make mistakes that way, and get behind the cut and you have better control over it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, and you can see instead of going flat against it, I'm angling in towards a little bit. That way I can get a little bit of film just behind the edge of the fog light itself. Alright, bring this up just a little bit here. And that way I also know I'm not cutting the fog light. Okay, so I've cut all the way around and all the way through, so I'm going to carefully peel this back because I've learned that sometimes you might not have necessarily cut all the way through or around, and you yank it and you yank part of the main body of the film off. You don't want to be doing that. Okay. Peel that off there. Alright, nice and clean looking. Got a little shred right there hanging off. Okay. Now I'm going to heat it again. Actually, I'm going to get a wrap glove so I can go around the edge there with a wrap glove. But let's see. We'll go ahead and heat this up just a little bit. And that'll get the edges locked down onto around the edge of the fog light itself. And I'm also post heating it as well. Going to go over the edge here just to make sure that's down. Use my thin one here. Make sure everything's tucked down nicely. Alright guys, there you have it. It is now complete. Tint light blue air tint by VVivid Vinyl. As you saw, super fast, easy to do. Probably took, what is that, maybe about 10 minutes. Again, this one was pretty easy because this is a flat surface here, so very, very easy to do. Not much to it that way. All right, guys, if you like this video, please be sure to hit like and also to subscribe. Thanks. Have a great day.